back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button, tell me know you watch this video, helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with PHUN, and this stock is actually taking off due to some indirect correlations that really don't have anything to do with each other, if not the communities itself are the ones making the movement. So it's going to be interesting to break it all down, see what the data is showing as well as the charts. But before we jump into everything here with PHUN stock, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if you want to get in on early with us and the community looking to learn and grow together and maximizing our opportunities, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us. We're going to jump right into it with PHUN right after this home run that you don't want to miss or even overlook. This was beyond expectations and spectacular for the day. So the home run of the day was beyond expectations, and if you want to get early on in opportunities like these, check out the link down below to the Discord, and we'll be looking forward to having you join us to become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So the stocks I mentioned this morning were DWAC, RMED, and NXTP. Every single stock gave us 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% jumps, but our home run of the day was beyond spectacular, guys. Beyond expectations, beyond just the word spectacular. I mean, in a single day, we caught this one way down here in the 11s in the pre-market as things were starting to pull up, consolidate, and it started to take off in a matter of minutes, nearly up 100%. And for the rest of the day, it just continued with momentum. You could see it there with 42 Vision, which is something you can gain access to as well by joining the 42 Vision tier level. And it gave us a highest point of 480% plus. This was beyond expectations. We strive for opportunities every day of 20% or more. That's a home run in a matter of minutes to hours. But this was just phenomenal. And if you want to become part of this and a learning and growing community of investors, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with PHUN, and it continues to push up higher in the after hours after it started to pick up steam here way back at around 1 p.m. 1:30. Started to run up from the ones all the way up to highs here of 192, almost nearly doubling, pulling back down and breaking through it up 100% plus in a matter of a few hours. Now, why is PHUN running? Well, there isn't really anything substantial behind it, but there is some indirect correlations, and we're going to break it down in today's video, because if they both continue to move in the same direction, then this is being driven by the same communities, the same retail investors, and the same people interested in these specific stocks. So the first thing that I realized is that there's a lot of different comments or pictures having to do with Trump and different things like that. And if you're not aware, Trump stock has actually came out today, right? It's literally being called the Trump stock because he is actually merging his company, right, to make his own platform, right? And this is a big move. And when you look at all these different social platforms and a lot of different forums, they're all correlating, right? DWAC party up to PHUN. DWAC, you know, there's a lot of correlations that you see people tagging the same things, and that's where I'm noticing that there is an indirect correlation, not a direct correlation, but indirect correlation of DWAC to PHUN. Now, you could see they're not moving exactly the same, and there's a reason being for that, because DWAC moved at its own pace all day, and this was spectacular. This was the home run of the day in the community. I did a full video on this already. If you want to check it out, go over to the main page and you will see the full analysis on what I state and what I think about this stock beyond just being a SPAC that is going to merge. The merger hasn't even happened, but what is the speculation driving it? I break it all down in that video. Now, it started around this area to start pushing upwards when PHUN and also DWAC are being tagged on different platforms in different locations. Now, what I find interesting though in the after hours, they're both moving pretty bullish in that upward movement. Now, they have nothing to do with each other as I know of or I'm aware of right now. If they're actually going to partner or do something together, that's going to be interesting. But for now, there is no direct correlation. This just seems to be retail investors or the same community of investors in one stock flocking over to the other, or in both, almost as if it's an AMC GameStop type of movement that they're trying to form here, because that's already been compared as well. This is being compared to those stocks, and there's just so much hype and speculation behind it, and so much movement going into these stocks and volume that they can't be overlooked or even ignored at this point. Now, I do want everyone to be aware that tomorrow is Friday. A lot of profit taking can happen, or things could just continue to move with strength the way it has. Volume's going to have to pick it up. Tomorrow, we're going to have to see if volume continues to stay high or somewhere close to today's volume. So for PHUN, it needs to stay close to 90 million or more for this to continue pushing higher, because it needs to stay at those high levels so that if there's a lot of outflow, it can actually outweigh that outflow and the inflow be much more pressure to make it come back up, even if it has dips and then it runs up even higher. But right now, PHUN is in a position where it's very risky. It's a penny stock, and I'm going to break down here in this video what needs to be broken through for this to go much more higher and continue this run. So the first thing is, we see the highest point so far in the whole entire chart of today's aftermarket, which is 220. The first resistance level this needs to break through before it can reach newer highs is 247, 248, give or take. Turn that into a support, pull away from it, and then go towards $3. Okay, that would be the next level. But before getting there though, those are highs that this stock has not seen since way back in March and way back in April. Now, we've seen how fast it moves, and it has to do with the float and also the amount of volume coming into the stock at the same time. Now, 220 is the highest that it reached in the aftermarket hours, and if this continues to pull downwards, right, and that created a rejection point, the bulls need to stay above 165, and I would also even narrow it down to 186. See how it reacts between $2, 186, and then 186 and 165 to see if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are just tearing this one down fairly fast. Those are the key levels I would be watching and paying close attention to understand if PHUN is losing traction, and on top of the fact that DWAC is being mentioned in correlation or not correlation or indirect or direct, I would actually go ahead and pay attention to both to see if eventually there's a detachment in the correlation or if they actually move together. As always, guys, I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, and let's make some money. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to know the updates on how 42 Vision is looking or have clarity in the charts to maximize on opportunities, check out the link down below. It gains you access to the Discord, to the Patreon, and if you choose the 42 Vision tier level, you're going to get the clarity that I use to maximize on every single opportunity within the charts.